If you understand economics, you understand the world. Welcome to the fastest crash course ever.
No BS, no fluff, just pure economics at light speed. Keep up.
Everything begins with choices. Life is just economic trade-offs wearing a disguise.
Every choice has a cost. It's impossible to choose everything. MIT calls this the foundation of all economics.
Trade happens when two people swap what they want less for what they want more. Simple. Genius.
Trade makes everyone richer. Even Harvard says specialization beats doing everything yourself.
Opportunity cost. The most important concept schools never teach.
Every yes hides an invisible no. Netflix today times smarter future you. Deleted.
Comparative advantage. Even if you're good at everything, you should specialize in what you're best at.
This is why Japan exports cars, Germany exports machines, and the US exports mostly memes and financial chaos.
Markets match buyers and sellers like Tinder, but for money.
If buyers want more, if prices rise. If sellers offer more, if prices fall. Elementary, but world-changing.
Pay people hourly? They go slow. Pay per result? Watch them fly. Economics is psychology wearing a suit.
Supply and demand, the immortal duo. Entire economies run on these two curves. When they cross, we get equilibrium, the fair price nobody is really happy about.
If governments freeze prices too low, shortages. Too high, surpluses. Econ 101, chaos.
Money exists to make trade easier. From Holstein Friesian cows, coins, cash, to digital numbers on screens. Money only works because we believe in it. Lose trust, game over.
Banks store money, lend money, and occasionally set the world on fire.
Banks take deposits, lend most of it, profit. Good system until it breaks. Supply chains. How products travel from factory to ships to stores to you.
Break the supply chain and even rich countries lose their minds. Remember 2021?
Production turns raw materials into goods. The smoother the process, the richer the nation. Productivity, doing more with the same effort, the true engine of wealth. High productivity equals high wages, high living standards. Ask Germany, Japan, or the US.
GDP measures the total value a country produces. The scoreboard of national performance.
GDP isn't happiness, but low GDP definitely isn't happiness either.
GDP per capita shows how rich the average person should be. Key word, should. Growth means the economic pie gets bigger. More jobs, more wealth, more everything. Boom, economy hot. Recession, economy cools. Depression, an ice age.
The economy moves in cycles. Up, down, eternal roller coaster.
Inflation fears rising prices. A little is fine. Too much aims pain.
Why prices so high? Supply shocks, money printing, energy crises, and companies raising prices because they can.
Price discrimination. Different people pay different prices. Airlines have mastered this dark art.
History of money. Seashells, metal, paper,
digital. Humans keep upgrading and breaking things. How much money should exist? Enough to support growth, but not enough to cause chaos.
Voice or script, scene under description, image underscore off.
Monetary expansion happens when central banks increase the money supply. More money chasing the same goods permits higher prices.
Hyperinflation occurs when money becomes a meme, worth less every minute.
Germany 1920s, Zimbabwe 2000s, Venezuela today. Same story. Too much printing, zero trust.
Central banks exist to stop this chaos. They control interest rates, money supply, and bank stability.
Interest rates are like gravity. Low rates lift asset prices. High rates pull everything back to earth. Monetary policy, adjusting money and credit to stabilize the economy. Simple on paper, nightmare in reality.
Quantitative easing. Central banks buy assets to pump liquidity into the system. South Asian male finance people call it money printer go brr.
Loans equals new money.
Fractional reserve banking. Banks keep a fraction, lend the rest. Works great until everyone withdraws at once.
Give me my money now! We need to withdraw everything before it's gone.
Deposit insurance exists to prevent this. As long as people feel safe, no panic. Psychology math. Shield protects depositors.
Taxes fund public goods, infrastructure, education, healthcare. The bill every country pays for civilization.
Types of taxes: income, consumption, property, capital gains. Different countries choose different mixes.
Public goods, things everyone uses but no one wants to pay for. Roads, parks, national defense.
Governments budget by predicting revenue and spending. When spending exceeds revenue, it means a deficit.
Welcome to modern politics.
Surpluses are rare. Deficits are normal. Debt grows because voters love benefits and hate taxes.
Government bonds are IOUs sold to investors. Safe, boring, essential. The backbone of global finance.
National debt is not like household debt. Countries borrow in their own currency and can refinance forever unless trust collapses.
Debt servicing means paying interest. The bigger the debt, the bigger the bill. Ask Japan or Italy.
Default happens when countries cannot repay. Rare for G7, common for emerging markets.
International trade lets countries swap their strengths. One nation's surplus becomes another's supply. Free trade boosts growth by increasing competition and lowering costs. But it creates winners and losers.
Structural adjustment. Policies from IMF/World Bank to fix economies. Painful, but sometimes necessary.
Currency, the lifeblood of trade. Strong versus weak currencies shift global competitiveness.
Forex, the world's largest market. $7 trillion traded daily. Faster than any stock exchange.
Floating versus fixed exchange rates. Markets decide versus government decides. Each system creates unique problems.
Currency depreciation makes exports cheaper, imports expensive. Appreciation times the opposite. Dollar shrinking versus growing.
Currency manipulation. Governments pushing exchange rates for competitive advantage. Legal? Debatable. Currency crises hit when reserves drain and investors flee. Asia 1997, Argentina 2001 way, textbook meltdowns.
Global supply chains allow goods to travel the planet before reaching you. Highly efficient until a shock hits. Supply shocks raise prices fast. Oil crises, chip shortages, port bottlenecks. Rich countries panic first.
Labor economics studies how workers get paid. Productivity, skill, and demand decide wage levels.
Marginal revenue product, the math behind how much a female worker is worth. Female workers are paid their contribution at the margin.
Unemployment happens when people want jobs, but jobs don't want people. The economy's most painful mismatch.
There are types: frictional, structural, cyclical. Each one hurts differently, like 3 bosses in the same level.
Minimum wage sets the floor for worker pay. Raise it too high, fewer jobs. Too low, poverty.
The wage gap shows differences across gender, skills, industries. Data varies. Outrage stays constant. Finance, where money meets math and then explodes into chaos. Everything from stocks to crypto lives here. Stocks represent ownership. Prices move because humans are emotional creatures pretending to be rational.
Efficient market hypothesis says prices reflect all available info. Real life says, lol no.
Bonds are loans. Derivatives are bets. Crypto is an ongoing social experiment with questionable stability. Investing balances risk and return. High risk equals jackpot or heartbreak. Low risk equals slow and steady.
Development economics studies how countries escape poverty. Spoiler, it's hard, complicated, and unfair.
The poverty trap. When low income, low investment, low productivity, low income again. A vicious loop.
Foreign aid helps, but not always. Some nations grow, others get stuck fragile. Institutions matter.
Microloans empower small businesses in poor regions. Tiny credit, big change. Behavioral economics shows humans don't think logically. We improvise, guess, panic, celebrate Merlin, then repeat.
Cognitive biases distort decisions. Loss aversion, confirmation bias, anchoring, and more.
Nudges gentle push people to make better choices. No force, just smart design.
Economic systems: capitalism, socialism, communism. Each promises paradise, delivers something else.
Mixed economies combine market freedom with government safety nets. G7 nations live here.
You now understand more than most college students sitting through 3 semesters of econ.
This knowledge helps you spot scams, trends, bubbles, crashes, and avoid terrible financial decisions.
If economics feels overwhelming, it's because the world is complicated for it, and humans keep making it worse. But patterns exist. Incentives drive behavior. Scarcity drives choices. Markets drive coordination. Every price, job, policy, crisis connects back to fundamental economic logic. Currencies rise, fall, crash, roofie. Yet the global economy survives because people believe tomorrow will be better.
Governments succeed when they build trust, fail when they lose it. Trust is the real currency.
Technology changes everything. Productivity, wages, jobs, trade. The future is automated, eventually.
The next decades? Aging populations, AI disruption, climate costs, debt explosions. Buckle up.
Every trend you fear already has an economic explanation. Learn econ. I've predict the world.
So what's the secret to understanding everything? Patterns over noise. Principles over panic.
Economics is not about money, Agak. It's about human behavior at scale.
Once you understand incentives, you can see invisible forces behind every decision society makes.
Countries rise and fall based on productivity, institutions, and trust. Craig. Economics predicts all 3.
If you keep learning this stuff, you'll read the world like a cheat code.
systems reveal themselves.
You're 15 minutes in throttle. Still alive, Tom. Which means your brain is now officially upgraded.
Now let's finish this with the final sprint. Stay sharp.
Finance links savers, investors, borrowers, and institutions, moving money to where it creates the most value.
But finance also amplifies crises. Leverage, speculation, and panic travel faster than logic. The efficient market hypothesis claims markets are rational. Real markets disagree loudly and often.
Diversification reduces risk. Don't put all your money in one basket, especially if the basket is crypto.
Risk-return trade-off. High returns require high risk. Development depends on capital, education, technology, and stable institutions.
The poverty trap keeps nations stuck. Low income, low investment, low productivity. Repeat.
Foreign aid helps only when governance is strong. Money alone cannot fix broken systems.
Microloans prove small credit can change lives. The power of empowering individuals.
Behavioral economics adds psychology into the equation. Humans are predictably irrational. Cognitive biases shape spending, saving, risk-taking. People anchor, overreact, chase losses.
Nudges help people make better choices without forcing them to. Tiny design tweaks, big outcomes.
Economic systems differ in ownership, incentives, and freedom. Each system trades off efficiency and equality.
Capitalism prioritizes growth. Socialism prioritizes equality. Communism prioritizes control.
Mixed economies combine both GLEF, markets plus government.
Development requires investment, stability, productivity, good governance. These pillars determine national destiny.
But history shows luck matters too. Geography, resources, population. Economics explains patterns, not destiny.
Poverty is not inevitable, POSA. Nations can rise with the right policies. South Korea is the poster child. Institutions matter more than natural resources. Singapore proves governance can beat geography. Inequality grows when growth benefits capital more than labor. Technology accelerates this gap.
Education and skills decide who thrives in a high-tech economy. Human capital equals future currency.
The future economy.
AI boosts productivity, but disrupts jobs, like a digital industrial revolution.
Aging populations strain pensions and healthcare. Japan shows the future for many countries.
Debt levels rising globally clear. Future generations inherit the bill unless growth accelerates. But innovation constantly resets the game. Technology is the ultimate escape from stagnation.
Economics explains the past, predicts the future, and reveals hidden forces shaping today.
Understanding economics is understanding society at scale. Money, choices, incentives, systems.
Everything you've learned forms a mental model. Incentives, behavior, markets, outcomes.
With this model, you can see through noise, bubbles, politics, hype, fear, speculation.
You now understand more economics than most graduates. Seriously. If you enjoyed this brain workout, hit like plug. It feeds the algorithm and my self-esteem.
Subscribe if you want to learn economics faster than your professors want you to.
This was All of Economics Supreme No BS. See you in video 2.